Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Sorry, I'm just speeding up, just making sure the speed is okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and start checking out the game. I think I need to turn the AC on again because it's, I don't know, there's temperatures all over the place today. So, anyway, let's check it out. Down the bottom right side of the map, it is Mr. Major, 21 years of age, from Mexico, plays for Root Gaming. Very, very awesome player. And his opponent up the top left side of the map is going to be Mr. Bomber, 26 years of age, from South Korea, sponsored by Red Bull and SanDisk. And yeah, I prefer Western Digital myself when it comes to hard drives, but that does not mean that Bomber is not an extremely awesome player, because of course he is. And I believe we just cast a game on this map, so yes, we know what the map is like. Oh, the Reaper's coming in. But Mr. Bomber has more than enough Marines to deal with them. There we go. Oh, did you see his bloody jetpack explode when he died? That is awesome. You really think they'd have some sort of... I don't know. How do the Marines precisely hit that jetpack? Because presumably if they just shot the Reaper himself, then, you know, he would just die. It's not like he's had a kill switch. Like, if I die, then my jetpack is going to explode. Because why would you want to have a kill switch which did that? Because, I mean, I'm a software engineer. I design, you know, IT systems for a living. And I'm sure, you know, engineers who design physical systems for a living, it's not a good idea. I mean, if something goes wrong, it's like, oh, you roll over, or, you know, in bed the wrong way or something, and you accidentally activate the kill switch and you blow up or something like that. It's not a great design decision. So my only conclusion is that the Marines were specifically attacking that jetpack, in which case you'd think that one well-placed shot would blow it up instead of needing like 10 of them or something like that. But who knows? I mean, we're talking about a game where, I don't know, it's just stupid, where a Marine can kill a tank if it shoots it long enough or something like that. So there's all sorts of weird craziness going on. But let's start checking it out. So we do have an expansion coming out for Mr. Major. Bomber, on the other hand, is going hardcore. Absolutely hardcore on the command centers, getting the third one out. And he's going to be getting a buttload of workers, and he's going to be completely capped out on this base in like 2.5 seconds. Oh, I thought there was another command center for a sec. Why the hell not? Just go for it, Bomber. You know you can do it. You're not going to need it for another million years, but there we go. So what air units do we have? We've got a Viking and a Raven. We've got a Raven and a Viking. So nobody going for Banshees, and everybody going to counter Banshees, which of course is a smart play versus a Terran player. Look at the Widow Mines, man. It's just like, I don't know, it's like World War I sort of sitting in the trenches. It's like, you know, the enemy's like 5 meters away from you, just underneath the next trench, and you're just sort of yelling at them, hey, how's it going, you asshole? Yeah, fine, you butt muncher, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the Widow Mine. Hey, I just killed one of you guys. You bastard, I'll get you back for that. Why don't you send another one of your... Why don't you send one of your SCVs over here so I can shoot it? It's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So, anyway, let's move on. We've got, oh, very nice attack. A bunch of Marines coming over here. Where are they going to go? What are they going to do? What are they going to do once they realize the Bomber has air superiority? That is 2 Vikings over there. Oh, a bunch of tanks. We're seeing some awesome tank play here. Tanks on the bottom ground. Air on the top ground. It's going to be fantastic. We do have 2 tanks from Mr. Bomber, but they are not in position. They are not in position. They're about to get in position though. These guys, are they in range of the tank? They are not. They're in range of these Marines though, and dropping down some air turrets as well, just to keep those tanks busy, just keep everything busy. Oh, the medevac's still alive. A tank hits the Marines, and these guys are dead. There's nothing that's going to happen here, but the tanks on the low ground still doing a pretty good job. I do not believe that the point defense drone soaks up tank blast. It does not look like it does. There we go. The Viking chasing the Raven. The Raven's running for it. Oh, I don't think it's faster than the Vikings though. And lifting up the starport, the gas is starting to get attacked. That is not good. But here he goes. The Viking goes over the top, sees the tanks de-sieging, and decides to chase them. Meanwhile, Hellions coming in here. Major doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff all at once, and not doing too bad of a job either. Not doing anything absolutely sensational, but then again, this is against Bomber, so you don't expect him to start owning everybody. But I gotta say, Major, you know, nice start. Bomber is a very, very intimidating player, and Major is going out there and saying, hey, you know what? Slap, slap, slappity slap, you know? Let's get it on. So let's have a look. Units lost. What happened over there? Bomber somehow has lost 14 workers during the engagement. I think a lot of them from the Hellions, but yeah, Major did lose a fair amount of his tech. He didn't lose his tanks, but he lost the Raven, lost the Viking, lost the Medevac. And I think he lost that Widow Mine, actually. So he's still doing okay, though. He's not that far behind on the army size. Where's my army? Get rid of this bloody display. Oh, it's such a pain in the ass. Let's look at the APM. Look at that. They're almost even. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, the Hellions. About to take on the tank. What a sweet pickup from that Medevac. So sweet. What's the other one? Shift C. That's the EPM. I still don't understand the difference. It's like effective actions per minute. So if you're Zerg and you're spamming on lava, then I don't think this counts. But yeah, okay. Very, very nice stuff. They both have extremely awesome APM. I'm mainly just picking that up because somebody asked me to. And yeah, I suppose it's an interesting mechanic to look at. And you could probably tell skill off it at some point. You say, oh, this player's better than this one because he's got a higher APM. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Hellions going nuts. These Hellions going nuts. What's the worker count? 24. Bomber has lost 24 workers. And right now, he's going to be spitting nails. Absolutely, he's going to be like... He's not even speaking English. He's not speaking Korean. He's not speaking any legible language. He's just speaking... Oh my god, I have got to kill this noob right now. That's all he's saying, man. You guys know the feeling. If you have ever played a ladder game and been cannon rushed by a Protoss, you know the feeling that I'm talking about. You know what it's like to want to rip your monitor off the bloody desk and just start smashing it against the wall. And I don't know. Maybe Bomber is more controlled than that. Maybe, you know, he's a professional player, so he's not actually going to rip the monitor up and start smashing the wall like a lot of you noobs would do, but he is definitely not a happy camper at the moment. That I can be sure of. These tanks not quite in range. They're in range of this other tank though, and that's it. Going to be seeing them off. Oh, looking to get out. They're not going to happen. Not going to happen. Look at this SCV, man. The Widow Mines. Oh man, that would have been so sweet if it just sat down and sniped that SCV. But it's going to go over here. What's it going over here for? Just make sure that Major doesn't do anything crazy like he did before. The Widow Mine's like, yeah, I'm not even going to bother hitting that SCV. That's like beneath me. Marines, you go take care of that SCV. Yeah, I didn't take it, alright? I didn't attack that guy. Okay, you guys attack it. I'm a Widow Mine. I attack groups of stuff. I don't attack single stuff, so stop bitching at me. Alright, major engagement coming down here. 5 tanks, a crap ton of Marines. Going for the third base. We got a single tank out here. A whole bunch more coming down. The Hellions. Oh, Hellions. You do not want to be in that position. I don't think that Bomber is going to be able to get in this close as he wants to. I don't think it's going to happen. There we go. He's going to unsiege. He's going to go down for the bottom, but this tank is sort of in range. One tank goes down. He's managed to find a sweet spot where he can hit the command center. May have to lift this up in order to save it. It looks like he will have to do that. The Marine's running off. Man, this is crazy. If Major had a decent amount of Marines here, he could just rush in, kill those tanks, but obviously Bomber knows that there aren't a crap load of Marines. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Major is going for mech. Heavy sort of mech play here. Here we go. Bunch of tanks coming in. The Hellion's going to try and hold him off. Blue Flame. Oh, I don't know if he was expecting Blue Flame. I don't know if he was expecting Hellions. But he had a scan, so he definitely saw the Hellions. And yeah, there we go. The combination of Blue Flame and the tanks really sending those guys back reeling. And the tanks are like, you guys are such wusses, man. We almost scared that. We scared the command center right off the ground. You guys just did bat shit. Not bat shit, but jack shit, you know. You know, guys know what I'm talking about. Even if I don't speak English real good. So we got the third base coming down for Mr. Bomber. He's put it in the nicer location, and he's got the absolute baller Widow Mine. He's a recruit, but he acts like a baller. So, you know, just let him be, man. Just let him sit over there and pretend he's awesome. It's like the this is like the StarCraft 2 equivalent of a camper in Counter-Strike. You know, I've actually started playing Counter-Strike a little bit just against bots, because if I play against real people, I'm gonna get my ass owned. So I just play against easy bots. I mean, Counter-Strike, you know how you got the camper, you just sort of sits in one place and just snipes the entire time. And he's just like, yeah, it's awesome, man. As soon as a bastard shows up, I am going to snipe the hell out of him, and it's going to be the most epic kill this entire game. And he doesn't move for anything. He just sits there, and that's it. He just doesn't move. That's what that Widow Mine is like. You know what? When somebody finally comes this way, I am going to own him, and it is going to be the most epic kill in the entire game. And that's it. I'm just waiting for them to come to me. I'm not going to go to them. I see the rest of the army's going. I'm not going. I know that when I stay here, you guys go out there, you're all going to lose. I know you're going to lose because somebody is eventually going to come to me. And it's when all you noobs get killed, that's when the rest of Major's army is going to come to me. And I'm going to hit them all in one shot and destroy the entire army. So, yeah. Widow Mines are kind of jerks when you really get down to it. They're absolute jerks. Oh, heavy amount of Marauders. If they push in here, oh, that Marauder. Oh, that guy got owned so badly. Nice Hellions, but they figured out they're not good at destroying buildings, so they're going to run out of there. Medevac's coming in, but the missile turrets are nice. He's going to scoot past. There's a nice empty area over there. Oh, there he goes. Going to be dropping tons of Marauders, tons of Marines. Doing a great job at destroying the supply depots, because there's nothing else to destroy back here. There is a bunch of workers, but he's not really going for them at the moment. There he goes. He's starting to go for them. There we go. He's destroyed the Banshee. That was nice. Is he going to destroy the Vikings? Not sure. Going for an engagement here as well. Pushing in. The tanks are on the high ground, but there's more DPS on the low ground. Bomber with more guns than Major has, apparently. And he's really making himself known. Can't quite reach this tank, but that tank can't quite reach anything else. Finally, some Hellbats getting in there. Doing a pretty good job. How many workers have we lost? Damn, Major has lost 52 workers. I think a lot of them just died right there. A lot more on this little patch when the tanks started having a bash at them. So Major down to 45, Bomber up to 53. Both players doing exceptionally well at this point, but Bomber maybe doing just a little bit better. Decides to hit those rocks. Where are the tanks, man? This is like super futuristic. I mean, even in modern day, tanks have like 6 different guns and like 3 different anti-aircraft flat cannon turrets and stuff like that. You're telling me they couldn't fit a simple like machine gun on top of the tank that can shoot the air? And the Marines, look at this squidgy little Marine has a bloody machine gun. You're telling me you couldn't put one of those little machine guns on top of the tank and just have it blast Vikings? You seriously telling me you couldn't do that? I think they spent all their budget on the Thors. It's like, yeah, you know, we could put a turret on top of the tank. You know, it would make the tank so much better. All these times we've been hit by Banshees and Medevac drops. Let's put a machine gun turret on top of the tank. And the boss is like, no, we need to put all of our funds into the Thor. The Thor is going to be the ultimate #1 unit. It is going to destroy everything. It'll be able to hit ground and air. It'll be completely awesome. And then nobody builds Thors because they get owned by Lings. And, oh man. The boss is just like, yeah, screw this. I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm going to go work for the Protoss or something like that. Oh, man. This engagement right here, though, Major really putting a lot of pressure on this area. Luckily, these have all been mined out, though. Maybe Major mined them out on purpose so he didn't have to keep mining that area, but it's pretty awesome. The Major... Oh, how many tanks have we got? 8 over there. Major has 19 tanks. Ah, he's crazy. Oh, here we go. Here's the Thor. The Thor is coming out. The ultimate #1 unit for the Terran player. It's going to be completely awesome. Oh, man. Thors actually suck pretty badly versus the Marines, though. You run a bunch of Marines up and they just start getting owned straight away. Look at these tanks doing a great job. They got hit from one side, hit the other. He's just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to take everything. Is this the one Widow Mine? He moved out there. He's got one more kill. He's just like, yeah, that was the most awesome kill I'd ever seen. Oh, but the scan. He's just get taken out. And Bomber is like, thank God that guy finally died. We're getting so sick of that noob. Good job, man. Good job. And there's a nice push in here. Taking the tanks out very, very fast. Doing a great drop on the top to get those tanks out. More tanks, though. Bomber moving in with all of his forces, doing an insane amount of taking everything out. His Marauder's so heavy, the tanks, the backup so great, the drop on the top side. This tank really could have wrecked things, but he managed to do an excellent job taking it out. And now Bomber's looking very, very strong. Some tanks starting to take some stuff back. And meanwhile, Major moving in with his massive mech army. They're just doing an insane job. The workers really, really repairing this. Very nice, but Tank's finally taking it down. He's not even sieging up. He thinks he can do it without siege, but he's going to lose a bunch of extra Hellions because of that. Unfortunate, but there we go. What can you do? Major actually undergeared quite a bit, and this just shows you why Triple M are so insanely good, especially Marauders against mech. They absolutely own, but it doesn't mean that Marauders don't get killed by like 3 tanks and a single blast when they're in siege range, because Marauders do. They get very, very badly owned. So still, we're just going to see how it does. Somehow Bomber has 3 weapons on his tanks, and Major has 2. Even though Major is going for full mech. You would have thought he'd have a bit more, but what can you say? Bomber is a completely OP SOB. So we've got a nice play here. Tons of Marauders out there. Tons of tanks. He's going to push in. He's going to go hard again. The workers taking out that tank caught in the middle of nowhere. It's like, you know what? The workers are like, you know what? Let's go kill that tank. We can't kill a tank. What are you talking about? We can repair a tank. Anything we can repair, we can destroy. I think that's like a universal law. It just applies to anything. Anything you can repair, you can destroy. So these guys decided to turn their talents in from repairing units to destroying units and managed to take out that tank. Very, very, very nice stuff. And yeah, once again, Bomber going in, destroying the base. Major's economy is completely down the toilet, but Bomber's economy is not doing that well either. He's... oh, he got up the top and then he landed. It's like, haha, I know I'm on top of them, I'm mounted, but if I land, you can't shoot me. And the Viking is like, damn it, where's the Z axis? How do I go down? This is stupid. I got like an engine. Don't I have flaps on these bloody wings? Look at this, he's got like 7 wings on this bloody craft. Are you telling me he's got no flaps at all? He's just got forwards and backwards. And how does he turn? How can you turn left and right, but you can't turn up and down? I'm sure the Wright brothers are like, I don't know, or whatever. Whoever invented Wright, like flight or whatever, they're probably just rolling in their graves right now. What's his face? That really rich guy the Aviator. What's the Aviator's name? He was in that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. It sucks that I can remember Leo's name, but I can't remember the guy he was playing. It wasn't Truman. Truman was like the American president. It was somebody else, the great American guy who invented a whole crapload of airplanes, and then he had that disease where he thought he was going to get sick and something like that. Crap, I can't remember what his name is. But that guy is rolling in his grave right now. Oh man, look at this Marine. Oh, he thought he could do it, but he couldn't. He thought he could take on a Hellbat single-handedly, but at the last second, he decided not to. And his buddy's like, yeah, haha, you're such an idiot, man. Oh man, this Hellion, look at that. It's the same old Ursadak chilling at the... Was that last game? I was commenting about the Ursadak? Was it this game? I think it was last game. Look at yesterday's game. Yeah, I think it was yesterday's game I was talking about the Ursadak. Or was it this game? Shit, I don't know. Whatever. Tank numbers. Major still with a major advantage on the tank numbers. Unfortunately, it's very hard to push forward with tanks. And it's quite easy to push forward with Marauders. So there we go, Bomber with a very nice defense. The tanks played up beautifully. We do have some Banshees. Oh, there we go. Is the Banshee going to sweep across to the right? That would be beautiful if the Banshee started taking out these tanks. The Thor is there, though. Ultimate #1 unit. Is that what I said before? I thought I said something different. I don't know. Whatever I said before was funny. And I didn't say it quite right, so it's not as funny. So, that's it. There we go. A couple of tanks still dying, though. I think the Marines would... Look at this bloody SCV, man. He's freaking out. He's freaking out because somehow he ended up in the army. And he's like, oh my god, get me out of here, get me out of here. Oh my god, I'm going crazy, get me the hell out of there. He's having a total panic attack because he is not supposed to be out there with the rest of the forces actually killing stuff. These Banshees, man, doing a great job. This Thor is just like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm not going to move. If you come within range, you're getting owned. The Thors are another jerk unit, man. They're another unit that the rest of the Terran force is like, God, this guy is such a wanker. If he moves up a little bit further, he can actually shoot those guys. But no, look at this. Tank's getting owned by Banshee. He just sits back. He's like, if you come in range, I will own you, but otherwise, I am not moving. Or maybe he's waiting for fuel, man. Those guys are going to be taking up a ton of fuel. He like moves 5 meters, then he has to wait for a refueling truck or something like that. You reckon they still use the gas? I suppose they do. They use like Vespian gas. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. That was fantastic. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'd like to thank my creative staff for writing all my jokes. You know, they're a great team to work with when they actually get off their ass and do something, which is not a lot of the time, because I'm basically the only one who really keeps this thing running. The other guys are just a bunch of slackers. Man, this game is just going. It's just going, it's going, it's going, it's not stopping. But look at this, Bomber. If he can snipe this base, he's on the edge of defeat, but if he can snipe this base, is a one mining base for Major. This is the one mining base for Bomber. This base gets sniped, Major is he's in major trouble. Oh man, he's in serious trouble right now. That's it, he's pulled back, this base is still mining. There we go, 1,000 minerals per minute versus 20. No, 0. He's absolutely screwed. He's got nothing coming in. And Bomber is he's just so good. Bomber is just so good. Even through the insane amount of tanks he had to deal with, he somehow just kept it going. And I think it just shows you that Marauders, while they don't have as much firepower as tanks when they're in siege mode, they're a lot more mobile. They're a lot more in and out, get it done, and the tanks are a lot more cumbersome. So I really like the way that Bomber utilized the Marauders in this game. It was absolutely beautiful. So anyway, that's it. Fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. And yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed it. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. My chair is very, very squeaky. Sometimes it's squeaky, sometimes it's not. I don't know why, but it's just one of those things. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another game. Stay tuned for that. It's been Harry Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game.